personally. The second topic will be the role of ultrasound in cervical lymph node by Dr. Ahmed Refaey. Dr. Ahmed Refaey is a consultant radiologist in Prince Sultan Military Medical City in Riyadh. He has his MBB in Alexandria University, master degree of radiodiagnosis in Ain Shams University in Egypt, fellowship in radiodiagnosis from Royal College of Radiologists in London, UK. So welcome, Dr. Ahmed.
Thank you, Dr. Ahmed, for your kind invitation. Thanks a lot for all of you for your attendance. My talk will be about the ultrasound of neck lymph node. This is the ultrasound classification for the cervical lymph nodes. Actually, it's different from the surgical classification and the oncological classification, which include the prelaryngeal and the paratracheal and the mediastinal lymph nodes, which of course is not suitable to be examined by ultrasound. That's why this is specific classification for cervical lymph nodes by ultrasound. It includes 8 groups, group 1 up to group 8. Group 1, which is the submental group. Group 2, submandibular. Group 3, parotid group. Group 3, 4, 5, this is along the internal jugular vein. Group 7, supraclavicular node. And group 8 is the posterior cervical lymph node. Can ultrasound differentiate between different lymph nodes in the neck? Yes, it can. Actually, lymph node in the neck is one of 4, either normal lymph node or reactive lymph node or tuberculous lymph node or malignant lymph node, either lymphoma or metastatic lymph node. Starting with normal lymph nodes, what is the appearance of normal lymph node in the neck? On grayscale ultrasound, the normal lymph node is hypoechoic, oval-shaped, preserved hilum, small size. Small size means its short axis is less than 9 millimeters. So this is the features of grayscale ultrasound for the normal lymph nodes. Oval, preserved hilum, hypoechoic, short axis less than 9 millimeters. This is regarding the grayscale. In color Doppler study of the normal lymph node, usually either we have no flow at all or small flow or detectable flow in the hilum itself. Nothing in the node itself and nothing in the periphery of the lymph node. So this is the normal color Doppler study for the normal lymph node. Avascular or vascularity through the hilum on. Regarding the spectral Doppler ultrasound for normal lymph node, spectral Doppler ultrasound, usually the resistive index is low and also the pulsatility index. But the most important is resistive index is low. No increased resistance inside the normal lymph node. Coming to the reactive lymph node. Reactive lymph node is, it is associated, as you see, with any infection in the region of the head and neck. Enlarge it because it is trying to fight off this infection. The grayscale image of the reactive lymph node is hypoechoic like normal lymph node, preserved hilum like normal lymph node, oval shaped like lymph node. The only difference from normal lymph node is increase in size, enlarged. Enlarged means that its short axis more than 9 millimeters. So this is the difference between the reactive lymph node and the normal lymph node. Regarding the color Doppler study, we mentioned in the normal lymph node either avascular or vascularity through the hilum. In reactive lymph node, all the time we have flow inside the hilum, as you see here. So we have flow inside the hilum of the lymph node. Regarding the spectral Doppler ultrasound of reactive lymph node, also is of low resistance. No increased resistance inside the reactive lymph node, so we will have decrease of resistive index and of the pulsatility index, as you see here. Coming to the third one, which is tuberculous lymph node. A grayscale ultrasound, the tuberculous lymph node is either, it is hypoechoic without echogenic hilum. So here we have loss of the normal hilum, normal echogenic hilum, it's not there. So hypoechoic without echogenic hilum, oval shape like normal or sometimes rounded. The most important feature for the tuberculous lymph node is the associated features like intranodal cystic necrosis. Intranodal cystic necrosis, these are hypoechoic areas scattered through the substance of the lymph node itself. This is one of the features, not pathognomonic features, but it is one of the features because this feature also we can find it in the malignant lymph node. So intranodal cystic degeneration or necrosis is one of the features of tuberculous lymph node. One of the most common features, and I can say that it is pathognomonic for the tuberculous lymph node, is matted together, nodal matting. Some lymph nodes adjacent to each other, coalescing together to give this bizarre shape or abnormal irregular outline. This is what is known as nodal matting for these lymph nodes. This one of the highly characteristic features of the tuberculous lymph node. The last one we can also have some soft tissue edema adjacent to the tuberculous lymph node. Regarding the color Doppler and spectral Doppler, the vascular distribution in tuberculous lymph node, it is not specific for tuberculous lymph nodes because this can give us the criteria of benign and can give us also the criteria of malignant behavior. So ignore now the color Doppler and spectral Doppler features of tuberculous lymph node until discussing the malignant lymph node. Malignant lymph node is one of two things, either if it is metastatic lymph node or lymphomatous lymph node. Starting with metastatic lymph nodes, what are the ultrasound features of metastatic lymph node? In grayscale ultrasound, it is hypoechoic, it is rounded, so the first features, loss of its normal oval appearance. So rounded, as you see here, and here, and here, without echogenic hilum, as you see here, so loss of normal echogenic hilum. This is the second feature of metastatic lymph node. The third one, which is plus or minus some additional features. What are these additional features? Number one, we can have some what is known as coagulation necrosis, which are some hyperechoic areas inside the node itself. This is what is known as coagulation necrosis, as you see here. This is one of the features of malignant lymph node or metastatic lymph node especially. The second feature, which is very important, what is known as eccentric cortical hypertrophy. This is eccentric cortical hypertrophy encroaching upon the internal part of the lymph node. Also like this one, this is another example for eccentric cortical hypertrophy. This is one of the features of metastatic lymph node in the neck. The third feature, which is known as intranodal cystic necrosis, this one similar to what we mentioned already in the tuberculous lymph nodes. Multiple low attenuated areas scattered throughout the lymph node itself. The feature after that is ill-defined border of the lymph node. This is due to extracapsular spread. You cannot define the capsule of the node itself. You cannot see the outline of the node, but it is infiltrating to the adjacent structure. This is one of the features of metastatic lymph node or malignant lymph node. In some cases of metastasis, especially in cases of thyroid carcinoma, we can have some punctate calcification inside the metastatic lymph node, giving its a little bit hyper-echo pattern in comparison to the other structures. So this is one also of the additional features of metastatic lymph nodes. This is one of features of metastatic lymph nodes. Here we have internal cystic necrosis in the lymph node, as you see here. Coming to the lymphomatous lymph node, in grayscale, rounded like metastatic lymph node, hypoechoic like metastatic lymph node, without echogenic hilum also like metastatic lymph node. But one of the features of lymphomatous lymph node, it has internal reticulation, as you see here, some internal reticulation. This one is one of the features of lymphoma or lymphomatous lymph node. This is example for malignant lymph node, hypoechoic, rounded, loss of its normal hilum. This is very important feature of malignant lymph node, either metastatic lymph node or lymphomatous lymph node by color Doppler study. What do we have? We mentioned that in the normal lymph node or in the active lymph node, we have vascularity along with the hilum only. But if we have vascularity along the periphery or mixed vascularity, this is one of the features of malignant lymph node, either metastatic or lymphomatous. So this is very important. If you have peripheral or mixed vascularity of the lymph node, this is one of the characteristic features of malignant lymph node. Another example, very clear here, we have peripheral vascularity by color Doppler study. So this is malignant lymph node. Another example, we have peripheral vascularity along with the rounded lymph node here. So this is features of malignant lymph node. Another example, we have mixed and peripheral vascularity of the lymph node. So all of these are different types of malignant lymph node, either lymphoma or metastasis. This is example for metastatic lymph node from thyroid papillary carcinoma. As you see, mixed vascularity in the center and in the periphery itself, and the node, as you see, it is rounded, and also we have multiple internal cystic necrosis. All of the features of malignant lymph node, we can see it here. Another example, we have peripheral vascularity and the mixed vascularity also inside the lymph node. This is we have here flow in the hilum, but we have also peripheral vascularity, and also the lymph node more or less become rounded in shape. So this is also features of malignant lymph node. Example again for malignant lymph node, what do we have here? We have three features. We have rounded nodule lymph node, we have peripheral, and we have internal cystic necrosis. So all of these are features of malignant lymph node. The spectral Doppler study for the malignant lymph node is very important. We have increased resistive index. What is the meaning of increased resistive index? Meaning increase of index of resistance, increase of resistance inside the lymph node. What is the cause of increased resistance inside the lymph node, the malignant lymph node, either metastatic or lymphoma? Because the tumor cells, either lymphoma or the metastasis, replacing the normal cell of the lymph node. So the tumor cells is rigid cells, compressing the intranodal blood vessels. That's why it's causing increased resistance in the lymph node. This is against or contrary to the reactive lymph node, which we have hyperemia, and the hyperemia causing vasodilatation, and vasodilatation causing decreased resistance in the lymph node. That's why we have increased resistance in cases of malignant lymph node, and we have decreased resistance in any case of inflammatory lymph node due to internal hyperemia. That's why we say tuberculous lymph node, it can give features of malignancy in cases of increased resistance, and also tuberculous lymph node, there is inflammation, and inflammation can cause vasodilatation, and the vasodilatation can cause also these resistive index. The conclusion from this simple talk regarding normal lymph node, hypoechoic with preserved hilum, can be avascular or there is flow inside the hilum. Reactive lymph node, the same like normal lymph node, but the only difference that it is larger than the normal lymph node, 9 millimeter, more than 9 millimeter short axis. The tuberculous lymph node, the most important features are mated together, as you see. And the malignant lymph node, we mentioned the most important is the spectral flow Doppler regarding the increased resistive index, and the color Doppler regarding the detection of peripherally vascularity of the node or mixed vascularity. And don't forget additional features for metastatic lymph nodes like coagulation necrosis, like eccentric cortical hypertrophy, like intracystic necrosis, like definition of the outline, and like also some echogenic lymph nodes in cases of papillary carcinoma. So thank you very much for